For this video, I'll be going through all of the best money methods from the event week. Honestly, in the event week, there was some pretty good things that you guys can do. There was also a really nice bonus reward. So with some luck, you can use these things to your advantage and make some really good cash this week. To begin with, we will be starting off with this bonus reward. And for this event week, if you complete an FIB file finale, as a boss, you will receive $200,000 within 72 hours. Now this one will have some obvious downsides. The first downside is obviously buying the Darnell Bros Garment Factory, which will cost you guys $2.3 million. But after using this business for a while, I actually think it is a really good investment. You can do the weekly FIB file, and after completing that, you can also do the standard files. And the payout for these files is honestly not too bad. I think that these things are very similar to the auto shop robbery contract and the salvage yard robberies. They pay out a pretty similar amount of cash to the auto shop contract, and the bonus challenges are pretty similar to the salvage yard. Another potential issue that I could see with this bonus reward is that you might not get the cash within 72 hours. I mean, we have seen this before with some different weekly challenges and stuff. Hopefully this is not the case with this one. Another money method from the event week is the new weekly challenge. At long last, this has now refreshed, and for this event week, you guys need to earn $100,000 as an associate or bodyguard in any line of work, and this will get you a nice $100,000 as well. Once again, this one comes with some downsides. For example, if you guys are a solo player, you pretty much have to play with other players, or at least play with a friend or something. But if you guys just join a public session and join somebody else's CEO, this shouldn't be too hard to make the $100,000. It does say that you guys can do this in any line of work, so potentially you guys can do a heist or something. But what I also noticed is in the game's interaction menu, for the weekly challenge, it says that you need to earn this $100,000 in wages. So again, this could be another issue. If it is in wages, that is a payout every single 48 minutes or something. Pretty similar to some of the property charges that you guys get. Hopefully it is nothing to do with these bodyguard wages or anything, because that would be super annoying, and obviously it will take a long time to complete this weekly challenge. A money method that could probably help with that weekly challenge, if it is not based on the wages, will be the associate bonus on FIB file finales. This will have a triple money and RP bonus. Now I'm not entirely sure how much you guys can make from that, because of course if you guys are not the host of these things, I believe that you will not make the whole entire money. But with that triple money and RP bonus, I think it will definitely help a lot. This is one of the money methods that I have not tested, so if you guys play as an associate or something and run one of these FIB file finales, make sure that you leave a comment below and let me know how much money you made. I would recommend doing this with a friend or something, maybe taking turns to host these things. That will probably be the best way to do it, especially if the money is pretty good. Honestly, not a bad way to make some cash this week. But if you guys are a solo player, this is probably not really gonna do anything. And already we are up to the final bonus reward for this event. This will be on the new adversary mode called Trapdoor Adversary mode. It will have some double money and RP this week. Now I personally do not play these things, but really any adversary mode with some bonus money will still be really good to play, especially if you guys play this with friends or just a full lobby of players. You will really see how much you can make. Typically with different missions and adversary modes, the more players that are in the lobby, the better it is for the overall payout. And to find this adversary mode, you just want to press the pause button, go over to the online tab, select jobs, player jobs, Rockstar created, adversary modes, and you will see it in here. It looks like you guys can have up to 16 players in total, so I think this will be a really good opportunity to play this one. If you manage to get 16 players and even win this adversary mode, I can expect that you will make a lot of cash. Because we are already done with the bonus money for this event, we now have some pretty standard money methods that can still make you guys some really good money, but of course they do not have any bonuses or anything. So the first thing that we have is the new FIB Priority File. With this being the new event week, this file has now refreshed. This priority file will also tie into the bonus reward and even the associate bonus on the FIB file finales. So honestly, I think this is really good. And for this event week, it was the black box file. And to speak about this file itself, I think it is a really good one. I still think that the best file is the fine art file. This one is also really fun though, because it does introduce a lot of different things. For example, we get to shoot down one of their massive planes. I believe it is called the cargo plane or something. And I always recommend that you complete the FIB file challenges. This is always worth doing. The main reason that I suggest doing these things is because it will pay off the setup fee, which will be $20,000 for each of these files. I will also have another method on these files in the next few days, specifically the priority file, so that you guys can play it again. I think I've said this in another video of mine, but I think that these priority files should be a daily thing instead of a whole week. I mean, making $300,000 each day from a priority file does not sound bad, especially when the business itself costs $2.3 million. $1,000. But yeah, if you do own the business, definitely do this priority file at least and complete them challenges. Onto our next money method, we of course have the new Salvage robberies. Just like the FIB priority files, these things have now refreshed. Unfortunately, in this event week, there is no claimable vehicle, but that does mean you can sell all 3 of them to make the most money. And this week inside the Salvage yard, we have the McTurney robbery for the Pifton Neon, the Podium robbery for the Hijack Ruston, and the Duggan robbery for the BF Weevil. If you guys don't like to waste your time doing the Salvage yard robberies, I would just suggest doing the top tier vehicle instead. That will still make you guys a really good amount of cash, and the McTurney robbery is still pretty fun. I mean, I think all the Salvage yard robberies are quite fun in their own ways. Some of them will be a massive time dump, so something to potentially keep in mind when doing them. And then of course, last but not least, we have the new time trials. This is another thing that has refreshed with this event. So once you open your map in a GTA online session, you can find them again. If you play on the next gen consoles, definitely try and do the HSW time trial. That will make you $250,000, and even the standard time trial can still make you $100,000. So yeah, I think it is always worth it. You could also do the other 2 daily time trials, which will be the RC Bandito time trial and the Junk Energy time trial. They can get you $50,000 once completed, and because it is a daily thing, you will not really have a problem waiting around. To sum up this whole event week with all of the different money methods, I would probably say that the FIB files with their different bonuses are probably your best way of making money this week. Of course, it is not the best way in GTA Online because we still have things like the KO Preco heist, but if you guys, for example, just pair the KO Preco heist with the FIB files, maybe play these things with a friend and take turns to host these different things, that will probably be the best way of doing it. By far the worst part about this event week was that we had no drip fed vehicles, and Rockstar still have so many of these things to release. So I am really hoping in the next event week that we at least get a really good vehicle, maybe even that new sort of hangar. And just before I end this video out, I will quickly go over these DLC vehicles that will potentially be coming over the next few weeks. I think the best ones here are probably the Iron Mule, which is meant to be a different type of cargo bob. I say different type, but I actually mean better. It is much faster than the original cargo bob, and I think that will help massively in these different businesses. We also have the Titan 250D. Essentially, this will be an AC-130 gunship. So yeah, hopefully that is really good to use. And then alongside this, we also got some really standard vehicles. Hopefully some of them have the HSW upgrades or even the drift upgrades. That will be another really cool thing. And then obviously we are also meant to be getting that hangar at Mackenzie Airfield. I am sort of hoping that mission that comes along with that can make us some really good money. And with some luck, it is not a weekly sort of thing to do. I think that would completely ruin it. But yeah guys, that will do it for this money method video. Altogether some pretty nice things. Make sure that you leave a comment below and let me know your favorite one. And if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I always appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like what you see, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.